Hey everyone, it's Kate the Autistic Alien and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to be filming part 2 of my 5 things I love about being autistic and 5 things I hate about being autistic video that I posted like 4 or 5 days ago. I'm super excited. But I do want to note before the video starts that I will be doing a bit of a different format from the first video this time around. So instead of listing all 5 things I love right away and listing all 5 things I hate after that, I'm going to do it interchangeably this time, and I'm going to start with the one I hate and then go into the one I love. So it ends with the one I love, the last point I make is something I love about my autism. So this video ends on a positive note because I feel like it should have ended on a positive note last time and it wasn't as positive as I hoped it would be. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. One minor inconvenience my autism causes that I don't like is my need to have more alone time than the average person, or just downtime and free time in general. As much as I do love hanging out with people that I care about and spending time with my family and my friends here at college, I find myself in my dorm room a lot, and even at home, I'm just alone a lot. And sometimes I feel like I use my need for alone time as an excuse. And what I mean by that is sometimes it creates bad habits. When I'm alone, I don't know, sometimes I just use it as an excuse not to do my homework, which is not good. I shouldn't be doing that. That's kind of it's a me problem, not an autism problem. But one thing that the autistic part of this does cause is some issues with my family. Sometimes I feel like I'm burdening the people I'm with when we go out and I need to take a break or something, or just say I'm on vacation and want to go back to the hotel or wherever we're staying to have some downtime. Thankfully, over the years, my family and my friends, they know how I feel and they know I'm autistic. They know I need some sort of downtime to chill and get ready for if there's something going on later. But yeah, it still sometimes sucks, and it does sometimes I use it as an excuse, which is a me problem, but it's still it's just not the best thing all around. This next one's really interesting. So we're on to the one thing I love about being autistic, and that is I have some pretty interesting hobbies that I don't know, just aren't I guess I'd say they're not very conventional. And it's not creepy hobbies. I don't mean anything creepy. I mean I have a hobby where I collect change, spare change. And trust me, I know a lot of people, neurotypical or autistic or neurodivergent, do that. But I feel I take my somewhat special interest in saving up my coins to the next level. I remember last year during Christmas break, I really had nothing to do because I was bored and I didn't have a job at the time. So what I did around my house was sometimes I would just go scavenge for change in the basement, because the basement, not many people spend a lot of time down there. So sometimes I would just go in my basement and look in every nook and cranny for change, under the washer and dryer, under some shelves. I'd shine my flashlight under there's this one shelf in my the laundry room in my basement that has it's for storage, but it has a gap under it. So I'd shine my phone flashlight in that gap and I found a quarter. So yeah, it just I guess it kind of plays into my dedication to these hobbies too, even though I haven't done anything too significant with any of my hobbies. That's still I don't know, it's just one thing I love. Back to one thing I don't like about being autistic is I know this is also something on its own, and it's also something that many neurotypical people struggle with. But the next thing I don't like about being autistic is having anxiety. But more specifically, the more specific anxiety that I feel like I have is the need to rush and focusing on the future rather than the present. Like, it's very hard for me to live in the moment sometimes. And like, I will admit, I have gotten better with that. And I do want to do a little bit of an explanation. But yes, I still struggle with like thinking like what's going to happen 10 years from now instead of just enjoying the moment and taking it day by day. I have been taking my meds more consistently since like I threw a mental breakdown like a month ago, and that has helped too, and I just have a good support system. But like still, like sometimes it's just hard. Like, I do wish I could live in the moment. And I will say, like, that, like, sometimes I feel like it might be chalked up to that gear in my head I always say that never stops turning. Like, my mind's always, like, it never shuts off. And, like, yeah, even with, like, the medication I'm on, like, my mind, there's some part of it that, like, never stops. Like, I wake up in the middle of the night. I've had sleeping issues for probably my whole life. And I think the reason why I sometimes tend to focus on the future more than living in the moment is because that gear in my head is always turning and causing the other gears to turn, and I'm overthinking sometimes. But overall, since I've gotten more professional help and since I am on medication and since I've been taking my meds more consistently and have a good family support system, I am good friends here at college. I didn't really have a lot of friends in high school, but I have like my whole clique here and just I have my crowd, so that has helped me anchor myself more to the present and live in the present moment. All right, so this next point that I love about being autistic is that I socialize really well with other people, like other neurodivergent people. And like, I know that's contradictory to what I said in my like previous part of this where I said I is socially underdeveloped, but I will say that those like social, like that lack in social ability is based off of mostly neurotypical standards. I still acknowledge that I have stuff to work on, but for the most part, I feel like I socialize with other autistic people almost as well as a neurotypical would socialize with other neurotypicals. I think there's information about studies regarding that online. I don't have like a direct source. I don't remember where I heard that, but I believe there's a lot of information online about it. And yeah, I feel like it's true that like I socialize better with neurodivergent people than neurotypical people. And I believe it's scientifically proven that two neurodivergent people socializing, they do it just as well as two neurotypical people socializing together. And yes, a lot of my friends at college have some sort of neurodivergence, whether it be autism or ADHD or whatever. And we all do like things, like typical things that neurotypical people would do because we have each other. Like, we went shopping the other day. We plan like to meet up at places like in school events, and like, I don't know, it's just been amazing because I've never really had like friends before. I've never had like a community like this before at high school. Like at high school, I didn't really have any friends, like, or too many. But like, I don't know, it's just now I have a best friend, and like I have a friend group, and we're always there for each other. And it's just so nice to have that energy. Oh God, this next one. The third thing that I hate about like being autistic on this list is misinterpreting things. Like, oh my God, like this, I will say this has gotten me into a lot of trouble, and like not as bad as some other things that I will mention later, but this one has gotten me into trouble. Like, I tend to accidentally put words in people's mouths a lot because I mishear them. Like, of course, probably every moody teenager is like I did when I was a teenager. I did that deliberately, but a lot of the times when I put words in people's mouths, it's just because I misinterpreted something that they said, and I don't mean to and I didn't intend to make them look bad or cause them harm or whatever. An example of this is an example of just misinterpreting things and it getting me in some sort of trouble in general is when I was in 7th grade, my homeroom had a tech ed class, and for a semester, quarter or semester long project, whatever, we had to build connecting Rube Goldberg machines. Rube Goldberg is basically those Rube Goldberg machines are basically simple machines. I don't even remember how to explain it. You can probably look it up and find better explanations. But anyways, my homeroom was divided into 8 groups, and each group had to make a Rube Goldberg machine using all 6 simple machine types or whatever, and all of them had to be connected and make a long chain, and all of them, and I don't mean just the 6 machines in our project. Our project had to connect to the group's project before us, and our project had to connect to the group's project after us. And I thought my tech ed teacher said that we only needed 2 simple machines in our our group project, in our project per our group that we were in. Turns out we needed all 6, and I thought we only needed 2 for a couple weeks. So we were kind of past the point of no return when I found out we needed all 6 instead of just 2. And yeah, I ended up that just ended up affecting my grade. Thankfully, I still got a B in the class and all was well for the most part. But still, I don't know how I managed to, or how my brain managed to skew that information so much that she literally said 6, all machines, and somehow my brain registered that as you only need 2. I really don't know how this crap happens, but trust me, it happens all the time. Same thing here too. I misinterpreted that I wanted to get a bus pass a couple months ago, and I thought they didn't have it anymore because I asked around, and some the person in charge of it, from what I remember, emailed me, and I believe I misread the email as due to contracting issues, we're not giving them out anymore. But turns out one of my teachers knows what's going on with the bus passes, and she said that you need to fill out an application. So that was also a whole thing of mumbo jumbo, me, my misinterpretation, causing just mix-ups in translation. Things got lost in translation, and it just kind of got me into not trouble per se, but just more of a sticky situation. This next thing I love about being autistic is kind of a mixed bag. But I will say that I am going to focus, in this video at least, I'm going to focus on the good side of and when it is a good thing. And that is, I love my good impulsive decisions. I will admit, probably 95% of my impulsive decisions are bad and do not end well. But there is that little 5% of impulsive decisions that I make are good. For example, I, the other day, I decided to make a Halloween costume. It's still not done yet, but I have been working on it pretty diligently, and it's given me a little bit of sewing experience. But yeah, I just kind of randomly decided, you know what, I'm gonna sew a dress for Halloween. And me and my friends went shopping, I got fabric, and I spent a bit of my, I spent $50 in total. Sorry, Mom. But yeah, like even with that sacrifice, like, somewhat sacrifice, I'm being so dramatic, but even with like that money spent, sometimes that's not like the best impulse. But even like with that, I have been working on this project. I have the bodice almost finished, and I will probably be working for like on this like all the time I can tomorrow, because it's the day before Halloween tomorrow and I have to get it ready. But just like being able to practice sewing and like sewing something like that I want, and even if it isn't like sewn correctly because I don't have a lot of experience, like it's just something I can be proud of at the end of the day. And it was an impulsive decision, but it was one that like was good. Like in my book, it was good, and like it'll be something I'm proud of at the end of the day. Another example I do want to like note for my good impulsive decisions is this YouTube channel and the account on Instagram that this channel is linked to. And I do have two Instagram accounts I use. Real Kate Calder, where I just post like personal life stuff or just like stuff that's happening in my life, and Kate the Autistic Alien. That is where I post most of my digital art and like fan fiction art pieces and stuff like that. This channel is linked to Kate the Autistic Alien, but I think I have both Instagram accounts linked to this channel too. But anyways, this channel, like I created the Autistic Alien art account on Instagram on an impulse. I actually did. Because I was obsessed with Invader Zim at the time. Still kind of am, as most of you guys know. But like I created that to like share my love for Invader Zim, and it kind of just turned into like somewhat of a community. I have like 70 followers. But regardless, it's still kind of like a very, very microscopic community, but it's still a community nonetheless. Like it's still nice to like post things and like get likes, and like just like it's so nice to talk about Invader Zim and like share my artwork with the world. And it kind of just stemmed into this YouTube channel, which doesn't have a lot to do with my artwork, but still like I feel like I'm slowly but surely building a community through my art. Like I know that's cliche as all heck, but it's just something that I'm proud of too, and that is why I do love when my impulsive decisions are good. One thing I don't like about being autistic is being stereotyped, especially in the media. For me, as a high-functioning autistic person, I feel like a lot of stereotypes that I've noticed are like higher-functioning autistics being social, like recluses who lock themselves in their rooms, are rude to everybody, and are ungodly smart in science and math. Like, and while science and math are very important, and that is completely fine, I feel like it happens a lot in autism media. Like, for example, Sheldon Cooper, while not officially diagnosed, very like into physics and all, like Albert Einstein and all that stuff. Sam from Atypical, like he likes biology, and like I will say his obsession with the penguins does give him a personal touch, and I feel like he is represented a little better than Sheldon Cooper is. Sean Murphy, he's like human anatomy, doctor stuff. I don't know all the terms, but he's also like a very, very godly smart scientist. And Temple Grandin. And while Temple Grandin's portrayal is good, it's like yet another person about like autistic person who's involved with science. And again, that is great and very important, but I sometimes wish that there's like a film about like a creative autistic person, or like an autistic person involved in the arts. Like maybe we could see a movie about how Dan Aykroyd got inspired to co-write Ghostbusters, because he has high-functioning autism. Or maybe we could see how, like a film about how Daryl Hannah became an actress and like starred in the movie Mermaids or whatever, and like just started like her acting career, because that is more of like on the art side of things. I would love to see something like that happen. So Hollywood, please. This next one is kind of like interesting, and it's mainly out of good fun, like, but I'm just gonna like say what it is anyways, and that is making or like viewing satirical neurotypical memes. And like it's hard to explain because like I'm for like memes that are like meant to like be funny. I'm not for memes that like are meant to like hurt people. And I do like, I don't know, like I do like the satirical neurotypical memes if they're done out of an intent to like bring acceptance to autism or like bring awareness to things, like just bring awareness to issues that autistic people face that neurotypicals kind of turn a blind eye to so they can become like more conscious. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. But like as long as like a meme has like a good intention, like bringing awareness to like a problem or something, like, and is not designed to like hurt people in any way, or like, I don't know, just as long as like it's like a meme that like both like parties can somewhat laugh at, like, and like, I don't know. I'm not like, I don't have the best sense of humor. My humor is so bad that I even think Arthur Fleck from the Joker 2019 movie is funny. But yeah, I just think that sometimes, I'll admit, sometimes looking at satirical, neurotypical memes that are made by autistic creators is just really funny. Okay, this next one, the final thing on my list for this episode of things that I don't like about being autistic. This has probably been the one that's like been the most detrimental to me. Like, even though like my life is fine, it's not like very bad detrimental. Like, the world's ending. I did something so bad. Like, nothing like that. But it has been detrimental to like my social and personal relationships. And that is black and white thinking. Dear Lord, dear holy, I'm not even very religious, but I'm like, dear Lord, this has definitely caused the most trouble for me, and I actually have some examples in my YouTube notebook here. So to explain my black and white thinking better, these are some things, like I know it's a common autistic trait, but like to kind of put it into perspective for like my life or people who don't really know what that is, I have a couple examples listed. So like one thing that I really struggle with is that if I slip up one time, like one minor slip up, I could think I'm a failure for like hours or days. And like I know embarrassment is a natural thing, but sometimes like if I slip up on something like once, even if it's like, say like I slip up on something in a class and it's only like 3 weeks into the semester and there's still like a lot of that time to go. Sometimes if I mess up really bad on like one assignment or one project for a class, I get less motivated to do my other future assignments because there's just something in my brain that like kind of switches off and is like, you failed. All right, so on a good note, this final thing that I love about my autism that I will say in this video is it's probably at my absolute top of the list of all the things I love about my autism, and that is the positive impact of my autism and like how my autism gives me some skills to make a positive impact on people. Every day I have a choice, like as an autistic person, like, and this applies for anyone in general. Oh my God, I'm getting so cheesy here, but every day we have a choice. And for me, I feel like every day I have a choice. I can either mope around and complain about my autism, go, nobody understands me, and like just cry and like be miserable, like, and just like, and I will admit that I've needed help to get myself better, but I needed to accept that help too. But I also have a choice to like try to make the world a better place for other autistic people. And I feel like I'm making somewhat of a small choice today by making this video just to talk about like autism in general, even if this isn't like the most helpful autism video out there. Like, it's still just like bringing a bit of light to the subject and like a look inside an autistic person's head, even though every case is different. With all of that being said, I am very fortunate to like just have had like the drive to post YouTube videos again. I'm very fortunate to have been able to get the help I need, and I'm very fortunate to have the resources that I do. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. I am very, like, even though some days it is rough to have autism, and even though there are many things about it that I don't like, there are many things about it that I really love. And I just want you guys to know that whether you're autistic or neurotypical, be proud of you, like who you are. Be proud of who you are. And like, I know this is cliche, but we all have our strengths and weaknesses. And for my autistic viewers, remember that even if you don't consider your autism a gift, every day you have a choice to explore your strengths and use your strengths to make a positive impact on the world. So, yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video. Some scenes I've had to, like, some pieces of the video I've had to film like over and over again to get like the right wording and stuff out. But overall, I enjoyed making this video, and I hope that my content, like, I hope that you guys enjoy, because like this took forever, but I hope that like you guys like can somewhat understand what I'm trying to say, because I know I babble on a lot. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I am sure that I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!